had the blood clot in the eye, and so that is a sign of a pre-stroke or something like that. And so I was thinking about whether I should continue exercising, but I think exercising is good because it strengthens the heart and makes the heart stronger, and gets the heart beating, and gets the blood flowing. And so I think that's pretty important. Um, you have to keep exercising your muscles, even though the muscles are the muscles might not be the biceps or the triceps or the trap muscles or the pec muscles or anything like that. They might be heart muscle, your heart muscle, or uh, your facial muscles, whenever you talk, things like that. I think all those things I think the muscles all need to be strengthened. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the sponges that one of my YouTube friends gave me. At this time I didn't, on the first set, then I didn't use the sponges. I wanted to see if it was going to impact my hands, make my hands numb after I did a bunch of reps. And I'd noticed that there was a little bit of discomfort in my hands whenever I didn't have any sponges. So I started to put one sponge on the right hand, and I tried, as you can see here, I'm trying to reach the other sponge, because the other sponge is it's in the seat of my wheelchair, on the seat of my wheelchair, and so I was trying to grab that sponge too, so that I could use both of the sponges whenever doing the rows, but it didn't happen that time. So I figured that maybe I would try and put the sponges on my waist whenever I was trying to pull down the bar. The hard thing about this is whenever you're pulling down that bar, you're pulling down the weight, and whenever you're pulling down the weight, then there's a natural gravity is trying to pull that weight back, down, and so the bar is being naturally being pulled back up. So I'm trying to pull down the bar at the same time, and trying to grab the sponge, grab the sponge onto the edges of the Easy Curl bar. I used to do this. I used to have used to be much easier with having with using rubber bands to hold the sponges on, and that made it quite a bit easier. But I don't know where I don't know where the rubber bands are at this specific time, so I might have to use some twist ties to hold those sponges on the edges, on the ends of the Easy Curl bar. I can just kind of see what happens, what I decide to do the next time. But I'm going to put in the description of this video a link to a video where I use those rubber bands on the ends of the Easy Curl bar, because whenever those rubber bands are holding on the sponges onto the Easy Curl bar, then I don't have so much of a difficult time trying to get a good grip around the Easy Curl bar so that I can do rows. One of the hard parts too is that you have to have the belt around you that holds onto the frame of the incline frame of the workout bench, and so But I also, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a baling wire that I have tied around that incline bench, uh, so that it is tied to that bar, that little thin bar behind me, uh, and so that the incline incline does not go up whenever I pull the weight down, and I want it so that my body doesn't pull up whenever I'm pulling the weight down. So what I'm doing is I'm using the belt to hold the Velcro belt that I got at Big Five to hold me down, also hold me down against the incline bench. Uh, it's also kind of nice. I also kind of enjoy being able to use the sponges to wipe the sweat off my brow, uh, and also I can use the sponges to wipe off some of the sweat from the bench after I'm done doing workouts. After I'm done doing the workout, you you probably wouldn't know it, but I did work up quite a bit of a sweat on the workout bench, and that's usually, those last final reps, and I really like to push myself and see how far I can go, and that is really whenever really whenever I get the heart pumping and the blood flowing, and I also feel some pulling or some burning in my muscles. I don't know if this specifically worked out the biceps or the triceps, or if it worked out the chest, but I guess that tomorrow I will kind of find out whether what muscle it worked out by, which muscle is sore, bicep, tricep, or the chest muscles, or other muscles.